There's something wrong with that child. She's quivering, frightened, like she's got a lizard between her breasts.
She's got nothing more than what we all have. Nobody apart from Angustius.
I'm fine, and anyone who doesn't like it can go to hell.
Well, one has to say, Angustius, the best things about you has been always been your figure and your sensitivity.
Fortunately, I'll soon be free of this prison.
Or perhaps you won't be. Let's change the subject.
Besides, better an ounce of gold in one's coffer than dark eyes in one's.
Oh, in one ear and out the other.
Could you open the window and see if we could get a little fresh air in here?
I couldn't sleep last night with this heat.
Nor I.
I got up from my bed, looked out the window, and there was big storm clouds and even a few drops of rain.
It was 1 in the morning and the earth was still fiery. I was out of bed too. Angustius was at the window with Pepe.
Was it as late as that?
Oh,
What time did he leave?
Magdalena, why ask since you saw him?
He left at 1:30.
Yes? How do you know that?
I heard his cough and the hooves of his mare.
Well, that's strange. I thought I heard him leaving at 4.
Then it wasn't him.
No, I'm sure it was.
Come to think of it, I think I too heard something. At 4.
How odd.
Listen, Angustius, what did Pepe say the first time he came to your window?
Nothing much. What would he say? Trivial things.
What's truly odd is that two people can meet at a window and suddenly become engaged.
I don't find it astonishing.
It would seem strange to me.
No, it wouldn't. Because when a man comes to your window, he already knows. From the coming and going, from the give and the take. But the answer can only be yes.
Yeah, but he still has to ask.
Of course.
So, what did he say?
Well, you know, that he's after a good woman, a modest one. And that it's me, I'll agree.
Oh, things like that embarrass me.
Oh, me too, but you have to suffer them.
And what else did he say?
He never stopped talking.
And you?
I couldn't speak. My heart almost leaped out of my mouth. It was the first time I'd been alone at night with a man.
What a handsome man.
His figure's not bad.
Oh, that's the way it is with people who know how to talk a bit and wave their hands around. I remember the first time my husband, Elvin El Costo, came to my window.
What happened?
Well, it was quite dark, and as he approached, he said, "Good evening." "Good evening," I replied. And then we stood still in silence for half an hour or more. Sweat bathed my whole body, and then he crept closer, and closer, and closer, until I thought he would squeeze through the bars. And as he approached, he whispered, "Come here. Let me feel you."
Oh, I thought Mother was coming.
Oh, then we'd have been for it.
Oh, he behaved after that. Gave off chasing other things and bred canaries till the day that he died.
Oh.
It's something you single women should know. A fortnight after the wedding, a man leaves the bed for the table, and then the table for the tavern. A woman who can't accept it will waste away weeping in a corner.
You accepted it.
I knew how to handle it.
But is it true you struck him on occasion?
Yes, and near blinded him.
That's how every woman should behave.
I was your mother's school. He said something one day. I can't even remember what. So I slaughtered all his canaries with a rolling pin.
Adela, child, the things you're missing.
Adela!
I'll go get her.
The child is sick.
Of course, she barely sleeps.
Well, then what does she do?
Oh, how am I supposed to know what she does?
Well, you would know better than I. There's only a wall between you.
Envy is eating her.
Don't exaggerate things.
I can see it in her eyes. She's beginning to look like a mad woman.
Oh, don't talk about madness in this house. It's the last thing we should speak about.
So you weren't sleeping then? That's all well.
Didn't you sleep well last night?
Yes.
Then,
Leave me alone. Sleeping or waking, it's nobody's affair but mine. I'll do as I want with my own body.
I'm really concerned for you.
Concerned or inquisitive? Weren't you sewing just now? Well, carry on. I wish I were invisible, so as to walk through these rooms without you ever asking where I was going.
Donna Bernarda is asking for you.
The man with the lace is here. Stop staring at me. If you want, you can have my eyes that are hardly used, and my shoulders to bear that hump you carry, but turn your head away when you pass.
Adela, she's your sister, and the one who loves you most.
She follows me everywhere. She even looks into my room to see if I'm asleep. She won't let me breathe. And always, it's what a shame about that pretty face. What a shame about that body that no one will ever see. Well, it's not so. My body will be for whomever I want.
For Pepe and Romano, is that it?
What do you mean?
What I say, Adela.
Be silent.
Well, did you think I hadn't noticed?
Lower your voice.
Suppress such thoughts.
What do you know about it?
Old women can see through walls.
You should have your eyes put out.
My hands were as full of eyes as my head in this matter, and I still can't work out what you're up to. But why else would you stand half naked at the window when Pepe came to see your sister the second time?
That's not true.
Adela, don't be such a child. If it's Pepe and Romano you want, reconcile yourself. And anyway, who says you can't marry him? Angustius is not well. She won't survive her first child. She's old. And in my experience, she'll die. Well, then Pepe will do what all the widowers do. He'll marry the youngest and the prettiest, and that's you. Oh, cling to that hope and forget him for now. Whatever you do, don't go against the laws of gods.
Be silent.
I won't be silent.
Mind your own business, you nosy traitor.
I will be your shadow.
Instead of cleaning the house and praying for the dead when you go to bed, you go around like an old sow poking in men and women's business so you can slobber over it.
I keep watch so people don't spit at this door as they pass.
Oh, what vast affection you suddenly feel for my sister.
I have no loyalty to any of you, but I want to live in a decent house. I don't want my old age tarnished.
Well, your advice is useless. It's too late. And not just ignore you, but also Mama, in order to quench this fire that lifts me from head to foot. What can you say of me? That I locked myself in my room and won't open the door? I'm cleverer than you. See if you can catch this here in your hands.
Don't define me, Adele. Don't define me, because I can shout out loud, light all the lamps, and set the bells ringing.
Set 4,000 yellow flares on the walls of the stable yard. No one can escape the fact that what is to happen will happen.
You want the man as much as that?
Yes, as much as that. Gazing into his eyes, I feel like I'm slowly drinking his blood.
I won't listen to you.
You'll listen. I was afraid of you, but now I'm stronger than you. Forever arguing.
God, of course. She wants me to go to the store in this heat and fetch her something.
Oh, did you get that bottle of zinc for me?
Yes, and the powder, they're in your room. Not a word. We'll see about that.
The window. Come on.
Oh, it's the best time of year to be in the fields. 40 or 50 strapping men arrived yesterday for the harvest.
Where are they from this year?
Oh, far off, from the mountains. A happy crowd like sun-scorched olive trees, shouting, throwing stones. Last night, a woman in a sequin dress came to the village and danced to an accordion. 30 of the men hired her and took her up to the olive grove. I watched from a distance. The one who did the hiring was as lean as a sheath of wheat with green eyes.
Is that a fact? Well, it's possible.
Years ago, a woman like that came to the village. I paid her money for my eldest to go with him. Men must do such things.
Everything is forgiven then.
Oh, it is a great burden to be born a woman.
I like to be a reaper so I can come and go at will. Then I can forget what's gnawing at us.
What is it you need to forget?
Each of us has something.
Each of us.
They're coming round the corner.
Let us go and look at them through the window of my room.
Be careful not to open the window too wide. They're not beyond shoving it to see who's watching them. What is it?
Oh, this heat. It's making me ill.
No more than that?
I wish it was November with days of rain. Anything but this summer.
It will pass.
Of course. What time did you go to sleep last night?
I don't know, I sleep like a log. Why?
It's just I thought I heard someone in the stable yard.
You did?
Very late.
Weren't you scared?
No, because I've heard it on other occasions as well.
We should be on guard. Well, could it have been the farmhand?
But the farmhands aren't here until 6.
Perhaps a young mule that needs breaking in?
Yeah, perhaps a young mule that needs breaking in.
We should go warn the others.
No, don't say anything, actually. It's probably my imagination.
Perhaps.
Where's the photograph of Pepe that was under my pillow? Which of you has it?
Neither of us.
It's not as if Pepe was a silver Saint Bartholomew.
Where is the photo?
What photo?
One of you has hidden it.
How dare you talk to us like that?
Well, it was in my room and now it's not.
Maybe it's slipped out in the stable yard. Pepe has a habit of strolling in the moonlight.
Oh, don't waste your wit on me. When he comes, I'll tell him.
No, don't do that. I'm sure it will turn up.
I want to know which one of you has it.
Somebody does, but not me.
Naturally.
What's all this noise in my house amidst the stifling silence? The neighbours must have their ears glued to the wall.
They've stolen my fiancé's photograph.
Who has? Who?
They have.
Which of you was it? Answer me! Search their rooms and their beds. This is what comes of not keeping you all on a tighter leash. Are you sure?
Yes.
You searched for it properly?
Yes, Mother.
At my time of life, you make me drink the bitterest venom a mother has to swallow. You found it? Where did you find it?
Beneath the sheets of Materio's bed.
Is this true?
It's true.
May you be cut in pieces, you good for nothing, you sower of discord!
You hit me, Mother!
I'll hit you as much as I want.
If I let you, do you hear me? Now get away from me!
Show your mother some respect.
Leave her alone, please.
Not a tear in her eyes.
I'll not cry just to please you.
Why did you take the photo?
Can I play a joke on my sister? Why else would I want the photo?
This was no joke. You never liked jokes. This was something else, and you're seeking expression. Out with it now.
Oh, don't you let me talk, because if I do, these walls are closing from the shame.
A legal tongue never stops inventing things.
Adela!
You're both mad.
You're thinking evil thoughts about us.
Others do worse things than that.
Until they stripped them naked and threw them in the river.
Wicked girl!
It's not my fault that Pepe and Romano felt but me.
For your money,
Silence!
for your fields and your orchards.
Right. Silence, I said! Oh, I knew this storm was coming, but I didn't expect it so soon. What a shower of stones rains down on my heart. But I'm not an old woman yet, and I've halters for all 5 of you in this house that my father built, so that not even the weeds will know my desolation. Get out of here! I shall have to take a firm grip. Remember, Bernarda, it's your duty.
Can I say something?
Speak. I'm sorry you had to hear that. It's not good to have outsiders mixed up in family matters.
What I've seen, I've seen.
Angustius must get married at once.
Angustius must get away from here.
Not her, him.
Yes, him. It's a good thought.
I don't think. There are some things you can't and shouldn't think about. But I command.
You're so sharp, Bernarda. Sometimes I think you can see evil in people 100 miles off. But it's different when it comes to your daughters. You're blind.
You mean Materia?
Materio, indeed. Why did she hide the photo?
She said it was just a joke. What else could it be?
No, Bernarda. There's something evil in the wind. I don't wish to blame you, but you've given your daughters no freedom. Materio was made to fall in love easily, whatever you may think. Why didn't you let her marry Enrique Humanis? Why, on the very day that he was going to come to her, did you tell him not to come to the window?
I'd do it 1,000 times over. My blood will not mix with that of the Humanis family. His father was a farmhand.
And this is what your pride has brought you to.
I'm proud because I have a right to be. And you haven't, since you know very well what you've come from.
Oh, don't remind me. I'm old now, but I've always been grateful for your protection.
Doesn't seem like it.
Materio will forget him.
If she doesn't, the worse for her. I don't think there's something serious going on. Nothing's going on here. It's only what you'd like to be happening. But if something does, be sure you don't let it escape these walls.
I wouldn't be so sure. There's people in the village who can read minds too.
How you'd love to see my daughters and I on the road to the nearest brothel.
Nobody knows where anyone will end up.
I know what my end will be. I and my daughters. It seems that the brothel was a fitting end for a certain dead woman.
Bernarda, respect my mother's memory.
Then don't persecute me with your evil thoughts.
Fine, I'll say nothing.
That's what you should do. Work and keep silent about things. That's the duty of anyone who's paid to work.
But I can't. Do you really think that Angustius is better suited to marry Pepe than, say, Adela?
I don't see why.
Adela! She was made to be Romano's fiancée.
Things are never as we'd wish them. Fortunately, my daughters respect me and have never gone against my wishes.
No, but the moment you're gone, they'll be climbing the walls.
And I'll hurl stones to bring them down again.
You've always been the pluckiest.
I always was the fiery one.
But it's strange how things turn out. Well, Angustius seems very taken with this fiancé of hers, and him with her. Why? Last night, when my son was passing with the oxen at 4 in the morning, they were still talking at the window.
At 4 in the morning?
That's
No.
what he told me.
That's a lie.
Well,
Pepe has been leaving at 1 for more than a week. God strike me dead if I'm lying.
I heard him leaving at 4 as well.
but did you see him with your own
I
eyes?
didn't want to look clever. Don't you speak to him from the window in your alleyway?
No, I speak to him from my bedroom window.
Well then,
What has been going on here?
Sometimes you won't like what you find. It's clear someone's been talking to Pepe at the window at 4.
But can you be certain?
Nothing's certain in this life.
Mama, don't listen to her. She wants to destroy us all.
I'll find out for myself. If the people in this village want to make false accusations, they'll find me as hard as a rock. We'll not speak of this anymore. Sometimes people wish to throw mud at others to destroy them.
but I've no wish to tell lies.
And there must be something in it.
There's
I have a right to know what's going on.
Your only right is that of obedience. Nobody tells me what to do. And you, keep to your own affairs. No one will take a step here without my knowing it.
There's a big crowd of people at the top of the street and all the neighbours are at their doors.
Run and see what's happening. Where are you going? Oh, I always knew you were the sort of women who can't wait to display themselves at windows and break your mourning vows. Stay here.
Be grateful I kept my tongue in check.
I could have spoken too.
And what would you have said to wishes not to do?
The one who does is the one who can, who gets there first.
You won't have him much longer.
I'll have him all to myself.
I'll snatch him from your arms.
Material, leave us alone. He wants me to live with him.
I saw him embrace you.
I didn't want him to. It was as if I was dragged along by a rope.
I'll see you dead first.
The Miranda's daughter, the unmarried one, has had a daughter. No one knows who the father is.
A child.
And to hide her shame, she killed it and buried it under some rocks. And then the dogs, with more heart than many a human soul, dug it up. And as if guided by God's hand, they left it on her doorstep. And now they want to kill her. They're dragging her down the streets. Men are running from the olive groves, shouting loud enough to make the earth tremble.
That's right. Let them bring their olive branches and their pick handles and let them kill her.
No, not kill her.
Yes, let us go see.
And let she who tramples on her honour pay the price.
Let them only release her. Don't look outside.
May she pay what she owes.
Finish her off before the police come. A burning coal in the place of her sin.
No.
Kill her! Kill her!